Weezer, Black Album. Alright. Alright. And I also just got done having seen Crashes. So he put out his before I did mine. Funny how life works. But anyway. Well, like most subtitle records, usually they go up to 10 tracks. Usually. And yeah, this is no different in that regard. I don't know if they even have bonus tracks. If so, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be that interested in checking them out. I don't hate, like, I prefer Zombie Bastards. High as a Kite. That feels like Weezer to me. That feels like the most Weezer-esque in the best possible way while being different in that sort of way that Red Album kind of was in places. That works the best with this album. It's better than Pacific Daydream, thank goodness, but also, side note, TEAL album might as well have been a distraction from this record because it's not great. So I'm not gonna say it's bad, but I can't exactly say it's good. I'm definitely not to the extent of saying solid. But it's pretty much a mixed bag. In a similar sense, I mean, there is comparisons some people may put to Ratitude, but I think it's more to Hurley, which is, and more closer to Hurley or Red in that sense, but nowhere near as close. Nowhere, like, those records I would rather listen to than this. I'm going to tell you right now, it's better than Pacific Daydream, which also means it's clearly better than Ratitude, and as an album as a whole, even though, yeah, this, and I give more credit where credit is due at this current point, given what they've tried to do, but yet also while simultaneously not trying to piss us off the way Ratitude did. And this album, I guess, kind of is darker, I guess, in some things, and I guess Zombie Bastards is a good example of that, even though it is, for as cheesy as it may be. And Can't Knock the Hustle, I guess, is fine, but it's, I mean, High as a Kite is clearly one of the better tracks. I'm okay with I'm just being honest. Too many thoughts in my head. Lyrically, I can relate. I can relate. Hell, it's probably part of the reason as to why it's been so hard to try to keep up with certain things, aside from, you know, the usual stuff with why I was unable to with Wednesday with 3 other albums I needed to do, which would have been hard to even upload within a 6-hour period anyway, proper, even though those are albums and they're a lot easier to just put out there. But anyway, I like that one. Prince Who Wanted Everything, I think it's a little, and yeah, I'm just being honest, does have a little bit of a hey yeah thing, but it's kind of nowhere near as good a hook as the way it was Outkast used it. Apparently Byzantine is one of the tracks that has the once known Tom Gable, now Laura Jean Grace of why am I blanking on the band? I hate when I do that. It's been a while since I've listened to some of their material. Hell, since before that sex change for him being Laura Jean Grace. Now, it's, even though it's, but anyway, and it doesn't work as well. California Snow, I could see why some people are a little annoyed, but I don't hate it. I get why they kind of had it at the end just to kind of make a better closer out of this record, but I don't really find myself, I've only bothered to listen to the album once. I wasn't expecting to listen to it more than once, I'll admit. But just even pondering and thinking about it and having it play what I remember of it in my head, of the ones that just I remember at all were being worthwhile, has been Zombie Bastards, High as a Kite. Like, I even like more songs, I guess, than that. And despite the nostalgia essence that you could say for an album, like for certain songs that came off of Make Believe, I can't. The writing on some of those tracks are so, it's doesn't do enough to make up for past releases where those albums had more work even better, even with its with and without nostalgia. So it's kind of no excuse when it comes to that record. This record may not even have even that luxury, and it's still a better album than that, and even Pacific Daydream was could even be considered worse than those two Make Believe, or even Gratitude, if you wanted to consider it, and I wouldn't blame you, but it seems there's a lot more, something to that record that's at least somehow better, but not, it's tough for me to really say, but overall, I don't have much to say for Black Album. I mean, I kind of do, but kind of don't, and there are some, it's dark, but it's not really all that dark. Maybe some lyrical content is dark, but it's nothing. There's nothing much going on with this record, really. That they haven't kind of already tried to experiment and do in albums like Red, or even Attitude, or even Hurley for that matter, that haven't already been done better through Hurley or Red Album. And it's not like they haven't done it in a way that still works and caters to its fans. That White Album did better. Yeah, Black Album isn't all that dark, and they're even going as far as to have their own black metal style t-shirts or something. I almost trying to get true cult people into them, which is weird marketing on their part, and there's nothing remotely close to metal in comparison, at least if you're comparing it to an album like I'm blanking on the album that followed Green. Maladroit. There we go. Overall, this it's fine. It's a mixed bag, guys. It's also a mixed bag, but it's a step up. I have you credit for trying, though. And at least you seem like you're relying more on your guitars and instruments, and you have some life in it, but it's clear that it's kind of pushed in the background for all the other stuff, and it just comes out trendy, but at least you're not doing things in a way that's nearly as bad as, say, what Fall Out Boy had already done, even though you're kind of done in the past 3 albums, even though you're kind of fitting in that category, but I feel like you fit more closer to prior to their comeback records. Overall, I hope that eventually, within the coming decade, Weezer fixes their issue here. And, apparently my one buddy likes Can't Knock the Hustle. But even though Zombie Bastard sounds like someone basically playing a video game, and Can't Knock the Hustle sounds like how do I put this? Just something about High as a Kite is just the right kind of Weezer thing, but it's better you hear it than for me to really explain. I just don't feel like having much to talk about that I hadn't already suggested and talked about. And you're right, maybe I should give it more listens. Maybe it's because I'm so behind that I'm probably not going to be, this may not be considered proper review. Maybe I should try, but when I know I've just even off of listening to this once, that I could rather be listening to Blue, Pinkerton, Ubate, White Album, Green Album, Maladroit, even Red Album and Hurley over this record. I mean, that should still say enough that this album is skippable. It's not entirely worth your time. There are some tracks, maybe, but as just an album as a whole, it's not worth your time. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not like bad, but it's not great, or it's meh. It's meh. It's meh. But I know there might be some people who will think differently, who might actually find something more out of this record than maybe I did. You know? And yeah, it's not my cup of tea for Weezer, for the most part. But at least they seemed like they tried, even though it's clear they're still kind of stuck up in a shit-posting phase thing, and Rivers has embraced the meme that he's become, or at least he's pushing it to the point where he doesn't realize his meme status is dead and not dank. I don't know. But yeah, I'd skip the album itself. A couple tracks are somewhat worth your time, but that's it. But what did you guys think about it? I guess leave a comment below, let me know. As always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. I'll see you in the next video. Which I'll be talking some Schmodown. I'm going to hopefully catch up on some other albums. In fact, I'm already going to tell you this, spoiler alert already, before I even talk about those albums. These two albums, right here, Demon Hunter, even at their softest here, is better than this, way better than this. Although apparently there are other albums that I'm not nearly as interested in that are better than this thing. See, there's an old man across the parking lot that's thinking I'm crazy. He doesn't realize I'm actually recording the album review. So, that's it. If you like this video, though, rock the like button with trust if you must. There's a link in the description for, like, the Facebook page. Like and follow me there if you wish as well. As always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, y'all.